Do not apply for Social Security until you know these 5 things. Just don't do it. Hi, welcome back. Today we're going to go through the 5 things that you really need to do before you take out your Social Security. In fact, it's even better to plan this about 2 years or even 5 years ahead if you can. But if you're somebody who is going to retire soon, take Social Security soon, then these are the 5 things that you need to plan for right away. All right, first of all, let me say hello. My name is Denise, and my husband and I have decided that we're going to start taking our Social Security. Well, at least I am. I turn 62 here soon. My husband is about 5 years younger than I am, and so he's going to take it a little bit later than I am. But we've gone through several things that we found were very, very important, and they are very important to you too. You're going to be a little bit more informed as to what to do. All right, first of all, to find out how much benefit or money that you will get when you do retire, you need to go to www.socialsecurity.gov. You'll have to fill out information. They will guide you through it. And then when you're done, it takes about maybe, I think it's 2 or 3 days. It might even be a little more than that. And then you're able to get in there. You'll find out your work history. If there happens to be any mistakes, you can always repair that. You can find out what your month or the amount that you'll get at 62, 63, 64, even in months in between that. Full retirement age is 67, and so it'll go all the way up to 70. So anyway, let's go through all this. I put everything in a notebook. I'm a notebook kind of person, although I do put it in a computer as well, but this seems to help. So anyway, let's go through the 5 things. Number 1, we're going to go through expenses. These are your fixed costs. These are things that you have to pay every single month. It's something that you can't get by with. You have to pay it. Like, for instance, if you have a student loan, if you've gone back to college, or if you're paying for your child, all of these loans, they have to be paid. So that's a fixed cost. Electric and your water. There's also the insurance that you've got, insurance on your house, insurance on your car, hazard insurance. There's so many insurances. So that is your fixed cost for that. There's maybe your internet. Maybe you have cable, things like that. That would be another fixed income. Another one is your phone. I don't know. Some people still have landlines. Most don't anymore, but it's your phone as well. These are all those things, and anything that you have to pay on a monthly basis that I'm missing, make sure you write all this down, and do it as what you would have to pay monthly. Number 2, your subscriptions. A lot of us don't even remember we have any subscriptions, but dig into them and find out. Some of them, for instance, are like Amazon Prime. If you get gifts and things, you use your Amazon Prime. There's BJ's. There's Costco. Maybe you have a Microsoft account. Maybe you pay for Microsoft 365. There's audiobooks. There's AAA. For instance, AAA Auto Club. That's another one. Then there's ARP as well. Those memberships, I know, are usually annually. So it's up to you if you decide you want to divide it up for 12 months or if you want to just do annually. But these are the expenses that you need to prepare for. All right, number 3. All right, these are your other costs. These are the other things that you're kind of forgetting about. Don't forget credit cards. Those are variable, of course. You may pay it off, then there's nothing. Or there will be, maybe $300 one month and $600 the next month, and maybe you'll pay it off. And either way, that you want to keep tabs on that. It's probably best, if you could, to pay off all your credit cards. So at the time that you are retiring, or at least now taking money from Social Security, that you don't have all that expense. Another one is groceries. You might want to kind of figure out how much you use on your groceries. Maybe $100, maybe $200 or $500, whatever it is that you spend for your family. Put that down and put those with those expenses. Next, maybe dog. Perhaps you have a dog or a cat or a cow. I don't know. Anyway, there are expenses with that as well. There's the vet, there's the food, there's toys, there's every bedding, things like that. So you kind of want to figure that in as well. There's Christmas and birthday, all those gifts that you buy. So you want to even say on a monthly basis, how much would we save for at the end of the year or for those birthdays? Next is also repairs on your vehicles. If you have a newer vehicle, most of the newer vehicles require that you take them to go get fixed. Some you can do if you have an older vehicle. Maybe you could repair them yourself, change your own brakes, whatever you need to do. But whatever kind of vehicle you have, you want to make sure that you save enough money to have that so it doesn't take all your Social Security money away from you. So that is another thing. All right, number 4. Oh, and back with the other one, vehicle registrations. That's just a small amount, but it's also something that we forget about until when they're due. And you think, oh no, where's the money coming for that? Well, there you go. That's within the other costs. All right, number 4. These are the items that you'll eventually need. You might need to replace them and you might not. So here's some examples. A refrigerator. Maybe your refrigerator goes bad. A hot water heater. Air conditioners or a central unit. A stove. Your washing machine. Your freezer. Maybe you want to buy a new bed. Your back's beginning to hurt. Gotta get a new bed. Maybe your living room furniture or a dinette set, or maybe you need to get a new microwave. The idea is to kind of figure out what you think you might need to replace. Nobody knows when the refrigerator is going to go bad, or the stove, or etc. But these are things like if the dryer should happen to go, kablooey, at least you're kind of prepared for it. So put that in there. See if you can save for that before you start taking out your money at 62 or 63, whatever you choose. But at least you're planning ahead. All right, number 5, unexpected changes. When a person does decide to retire, for instance, I at 62 am going to take my Social Security. My husband is still working, and he'll still work till probably 62, or maybe a little more than that. But from the age of 62 to 67, if you're not working, where are you going to get your health care? Well, you can get it from your spouse if they're still working. If you don't have a spouse, or if your spouse, let's say you both retire at the same time, let's say you both decide to retire at 62, well, Medicare does not come into play until the age of 65. So from the age of 62 to 65, where are you going to get your health care? That's a concern. So you can either go with the marketplace, you can do COBRA from the job that you have, but that's quite expensive. You can even take out a independent health care. You can do that. But once you hit 65, you can take Medicare. And I think as of right now, it's around $202 a month. That's what it costs. That's for the Part B. And I believe that is Part A, I think, covers a certain amount of your Medicare or of your health care. And the other Part B, pays the rest. And then there's also an HSA. That's your health savings account. And with that, you are getting a double blessing. You don't get taxed on it as it goes into your account because it's used for medical. And when you go to pull it out, they don't tax you as well. So you get a double blessing on it. And the reason that happens is because you're using it for medical. So if you end up, and it's like it's an account that they hang on to it and it will not expire. So what you do is you hang on to that, and then as you get older, and if you can put more money onto it every year, then by the time that you're older, you can use that HSA money. Check into that. All right, you guys, I want to thank you very much for listening, and hopefully I've helped you. I know I'm getting ready to take money from Social Security, and I'm excited about it. And I'll be 62 here just before long. Excited about that, I guess. Anyway, well, I hope you all have a blessed day, and please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We'll see you again later. Bye-bye.